bro, this is like actually messed up what I'm doing here, bro, because it's literally, the outro is basically motivated by vibe. We'll play it in different inversions. Boom, 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 boom. Basically, the intro kind of like guided the entire song. I'm cutting out the high frequencies, and that's what makes it sound muted.
Now back to what I was saying. This could be off the train.
Doesn't that just make you want to cry? Hey guys, so basically today I'm gonna be doing a how I made this song video of my most recent song, Should Have Had My Fun. I'm just kind of gonna be like breaking it down and also talking about why I did certain things and how I did certain things, more from like a production standpoint. I'm not going super in depth, kind of just like a general gist. Like certain things I'm gonna go into depth and certain things I'm not. So if you're interested in like making music or starting to make music, or you just really love music, I think this video will be interesting to you to some extent. I'm definitely not a pro, but I have been making music for a really long time and I've put out songs. So hopefully this is interesting and educational, maybe a little bit. Yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe, just kidding. No, but you don't have to, it's okay. Anyways, I try to be normal, but like I really couldn't do it. Let's begin with the lore, shall we? Okay, how it started was I was taking this class, songwriting and analysis, last semester at CalArts. And one of the first assignments was to make a song with descending bass line. Okay, so basically do like goes down, right? The bass line. Okay, and this was the first one that I made. Like it was basically supposed to be like a little clip. And this was the first one that I made. And this is like what I submitted. Like I did 4 of them, okay? The other ones were not as good, as you could tell, because I didn't release them. This one made it.
Being dumb is just being young, on the run, reaching for the number 1. Shooting stars in a burning sun. Now we're done. Should have had my fun. Just being young, on the run, reaching for the number 1. Shooting stars in a burning sun. Now we're done. Should have had my fun.
Okay, slay. So basically I made it and then I made the other 3 for the assignment, and then I went back and like made that part longer, but this was basically where it started, bro. I just rocked with it. It was like the first one, like I made it so quickly, kind of, I don't know, for me it was quick, like I don't know, it was like 2 hours or something like that. That intro part is basically how it began. That was literally how it began. So convenient, isn't it? Let's hear it. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume everyone watching this has literally zippity-doo-dah idea what music is. I'm just gonna assume that. You definitely know what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna act like you fucking don't. Also, let me explain this much. Basically, what you're looking at is it's called Logic, and it's a DAW, also known as a digital audio workstation, and basically that's like how you can make music. So there's Ableton, there's GarageBand, that's also a DAW if you know that one. That's what I started on. But now I'm on Logic because it's basically like GarageBand better, obviously. Ableton is too complicated for me. I feel like it's more for producers. I mean, I guess technically I am a producer, but like in terms of like, whatever, I'm not gonna get into it. This is how it started. This is literally how it started, the bass line. How I usually do stuff is, it's really simple. Like I just I get chords and then Like that's what I did for this one. Basically just having chords, and then like each instrument will play it differently. Like we'll play it in different inversions, and inversions just means like if it's C, E, G, you just play E, G, C, like that, right? Or playing different notes, like whatever, like just, or different rhythms. Like the way I think about it, like when I make or making music, it's like there's different like categories. There's like pitch, there's like frequency, rhythm, texture, length, like duration. There's all these different like things, and you just have to think, okay, well, I'm gonna use all of them. You take everything into consideration, and then that's how you make it, you know what I mean? I think that was probably next. That's kind of where it came from. And then, okay, the ones that say like untitled, or like the ones that have that green thing, those are Omnisphere, or like they're just not Logic, basically, just assume that. But everything else is literally Logic stock sounds, which means that like it's all like some crazy stuff. Like I feel like the biggest thing people always are like, oh, buy this plugin, buy this. Bro, you do not need, like, oh, these are like all stock plugins. Okay, then this, what is this doing? It's literally chords, and I did it in this like quirky rhythm. GG. There's this organ sound, which, yeah, this is from Omnisphere, which is a plugin thing. Simple enough, bro. Like, it's really not that deep, right? Bells. I love a good bell moment. Who doesn't? Basically, the intro kind of like guided the entire song, because once I made the intro part, I was like, okay, like, bet that's the bass, and then you just take away and add stuff, right? So I rock with bells a lot, kind of a bell girly. And then with the bell, I added this little thing, which gave it a little, you know, a little pizzazz. Okay, I'm just thinking about something real quick. I need to figure it out because
From this, as if my speaking comes from here and from here, when I edit the video, I need to grab the audio sound from here. However, I need to then, how do I get it? If I'm getting, but this is also speaking of this sound.
as per what I was saying, that was basically intro, and I put these little sounds together, bro. Like, what can I don't even know how to say it. Then the verse comes in. Okay, so that was like the verse section with the lyrics, like that part, right? So as you can tell, like I just used the same stuff that I was doing before. The Oak Piano Dream synth is there. Oh, actually no, I added some new things. Sorry guys, I kind of capped on the low. This sound, this is kind of iconic to the song. I don't know, in my ears it is. That little quirky little thing there. I didn't add until like very much later into the song. I was like, wait, like, okay, basically it's like the concept of counterpoint. Okay, so basically counterpoint is essentially, to me, basically it's just like when there's like a gap in the melody, there's another melody, right? Okay, in like the most basic terms. That's kind of like how you should do it if you want. I mean, sometimes it's like creative if you want there to actually just be like a pause, you know what I mean? Like you want the words to sit or whatever. But for this, it was like, no, I wanted there to be something else. Like when the words pause, there should be some other melody. So that came to me. At first I thought it was like too distracting. I was like, wait, maybe this kind of is just weird because I wasn't used to it. But then I was like, no, I kind of cooked on that one. Then we have this doing the same chords, I believe, here. Let's understand what's happening here for a second. Okay, so what is also another thing that I like to do is basically, I think I kind of low-key got this from Dayglow, if I'm being quite frank. I'm just shouting him out. Layering, like literally just taking play the same chords, the exact same thing, but just using a bunch of different sounds, or like two, like I did here, that just just makes it a little thicker and gives it whatever that extra like thing that you weren't getting from that one sound. I mean, there's a bunch of ways to do it. Like you could obviously just edit the sound patch that you're using and be like, oh, I want it to be more bell-like, so I'm gonna do this to it. Whatever, I mean, whatever floats your boat. I like to do this. So together it's like, it's very subtle, however, I think it matters. The thing that I learned about making music and like mixing and producing is that a bunch of little things add up to make it, you know what I mean? Like it's not just like, okay, you put one thing here and then it's good. You have to add a bunch of little stuff that you don't really notice, but in the whole thing, like it does. And also this isn't mix and match. You're not hearing it like how it actually is. So maybe it sounds more prominent in the actual song. Anyways, that's what I was kind of going for there. And then here I brought industrial design organ. Let me hear. Doesn't that just make you want to cry? It sounds so nice. Okay, wait, let me hear it again. Oh, I literally forgot about the drums. Where the F is she? Huh? Oh, you know what it is? It's like the glitch when like, yeah, it's the glitch where it like doesn't show up, but it's there. Okay, wait. Again, with that little subtle, bro. I mean, I don't think that one's that subtle, actually. You kind of hear, it's just like the vibe, bro. It's like the feeling. Okay, and also what I did was, I didn't, if you can see the bass right here, it was in the intro, then I took it out. I was like, no, we're not actually gonna, it's gonna like come in, because the drums, wait, did the drums come in? Yeah, so the drums come in. Right, so it's okay to take out the bass, and that way, let me play it. Let's just hear it. Are you catching what I'm throwing out there? Like, it just gives it that little je ne sais quoi, as they say. And I really rock with it, TBH. It's just little things, bro. Like, if I literally just put like all those blocks and just like had no variation, like, you know what I mean? Like, you need that little like dip and then, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, whatever, maybe it's not that deep. Now for the drums, let's just attack the drums for a second. Basically, let me explain. I do not rock with drums. I do not do that whole drum thing, okay? I like to use loops. There are not any drum loops in this. I made the drums, okay? And by made, I mean I played it, okay? Here are the drums. It's split up basically, so it's kick, snare, rim, clap, whatever. This is like an electric drum kit from Logic. Let's just listen to the drums. Okay, honestly, if I'm being for real, when you listen to it by itself, it sounds a little goofy, but also keep in mind that this might be a little different than how it sounds in the song, because it's mixed differently.
Now back to what I was saying. This could be us, but you're playing.
See, that was basically drums. I honestly cannot walk you through my whole process, how I made this. Like, you just kind of do it. But basically, I really like the glitchy sound of it. You know what I mean? Like, I liked, kind of had that weird, like this part. Can I be for real? There's not much to say about the drums, if I'm being quite frank. Like, I don't know how to do drums. Like, this was honestly just like a fluke. Like, I don't know how I did it. That was basically the verse. And then we have this little bar of nothing. There's no vocals here, if you recall. Not much to say there, as you can tell. Ooh, what's this? Wait, what is this from? Oh, Omnisphere. This one's from Omnisphere, so I lied about that whole, like, green thing. Like, this one's from Omnisphere. But I think it must have been something else before. Let's hear what it is, actually. Oh, wait, actually, I know what it is. So basically, it's just like this ambient, kind of like spacey kind of thing, and then I introduced it in that little break part, and then it continues through the chorus. So you see how I did that? I kind of have difficulty like going from verse to chorus. Like, I don't know how to do it. I mean, this one's okay. It's just like doesn't come easily to me. That's why sometimes like I just don't have that. Like, I don't really have a verse chorus. I'm like, I don't really know. Or if I do, it's like that wasn't the intention. Like, I didn't go in with it. But this one, I was like, yes, verse chorus vibes. But I don't know, it's just like hard. Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how they transition like that. Maybe I should do like pre-choruses. Anyways, this is kind of like a pre-chorus just without the words, right? Because it doesn't go like straight verse to chorus, but that's usually how I do it. Anyways, so we brought back the organ from the intro, as you can see, and we just loop, bro. I looped the piano thing again. And what's going on down here? The drums, I believe, are doing the exact same thing. Hello, let's bring it back. Yes, yeah. And I just wanted to have like this moment of silence, bro. Like, I just wanted to have like no vocals and just like preparing. And then right on the last beat, I do like the hits, and that's basically how I prepare you for the chorus. I'm like, guys, it's about to drop. All right, let's just get into the chorus, because there's nothing much to say there. It's the same, we've been doing the same thing. The chorus is quite intriguing. So from the original that I did for class, I had this chorus thing, which was like with the harp, but then I made it a little bit more interesting, and I added a little more, I almost said distortion, what's it called? Dissonance. Okay, hello, dissonance is basically the notes don't fit in the chord, like they sound like, there's really not that much of it. I just mean like it's only the last thing. It's just like, yeah, you kind of have a little more like flavor rather than just doing like a simple triad or whatever. So let's listen to the chorus without the vocals. Right, so this, I mean, this is the chorus. You're looking at the chorus right now. Like, can you believe that? I look, think it's pretty impressive that it sounds like a full song and that is the chorus. Okay, let's get into the gritty of it. Okay, let's pay attention to this. So I kept the same instrument here. That's been going literally since the beginning. But however, I changed the chords. Now, I don't know what the thought process was in my chord decision making here, but I changed them. You do the math here. What do you think I did? And then there's this. Right, I changed them. Okay, you can figure it out, but I changed them. Okay, I went by ear. I didn't do some science to it. Okay, maybe I did. Anyways, so yeah, I changed the chords for the chorus as one does, right? Then we have the bass. The bass as well, I changed. It's no longer descending bass line. Again, I can't tell you exactly how I went about that, but that's sort of like just in the brain. So that's one way to go from a verse to a chorus. The way I think about it is either keep some of the same instruments and keep them the same, like doing the same thing, or change the notes. It's like goes back to the same concept of like, you know, pitch, texture, length, all that stuff. So you have like these categories to choose from. Yeah, so basically you just have to decide like, okay, what am I gonna do here? That's the way I go about it. But again, I just said like I'm not the best at transitioning from verse to chorus, so you know, I could be stupid on that one. I think what I was thinking here was like, okay, I like the sound of that piano dream synth. So let's keep it, however, let's just make it different chords, simple, easy. Then what do we have here? The bass, same thing. I wanted to have bass. I wanted the same bass. I'm gonna change the notes of it. Okay, simple. But then it carries on from the verse, whatever, right? This is the weird like ambient thing. I just took that from the break thing and then took it into there. Then now here we have new instrumentation, new rhythm, new melody all together, right? Those are these harp slap piano things. So these are all doing, this gets a little, not really complicated, but just like, this is kind of fun, right? So let's hear it. And then another one comes in here. Let me play that on the second half of the chorus. Absolutely beautiful. So okay, yes, I do actually remember which one I started. I started with this one here. If you remember that from the original one that I played in the beginning, that's what this one is. Okay, so that's what we started from. Like I just had that idea of like this kind of like arpeggiating thing, and I played this out I played it and then like, you know, adjusted it. Right. Okay, and then I got EP, frig. Okay, so I started with that, and then I was like, okay, let's like lean into this idea, right? So let's put a bunch of layers of harps and piano. They're basically, if you really think about it, it's essentially a piano. A harp is basically the same thing. Okay, this one. Yeah, then we did that, and then I got the piano in there. Again, this is one of those, if you know, you know, like you're not really gonna hear it, but at the same time you're gonna feel it vibes. Okay, let's just take a peek and see like what the heck was going on here. Let's just go from the beginning. This is the harp, the main melody. It's doing like a very classic, like playing the notes. It's like 5 notes thing. Then we have this one. Oh, Lord only knows what I'm doing here. Hey, stop. Playing like the bottom notes, I think, and what the other one was playing, and then here has like that high note in it, whatever. And then this comes in here, which actually is really pretty. It's like, yeah, it's like you just kind of hear it, you know. And it's lower, it's like in a lower octave, right? So like kind of to give it that different vibe. So that's like the harp situation, the arpeggiation. Arpeggiation is basically you're playing, like if you play like a chord, you go do 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 like that. It's like that instead of just going do like. Oh, the bells come back, right? Okay, so here's another thing. The bells were not in the verse, they come back here. So I brought in the bells again to just give it that extra, like that little floatiness to it. Yeah, that's basically it. Then we have the drums. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the chorus, bro. If you really think about it, it's really not that deep. That's the little part with the little
Harmony comes in. Let's play with harmony.
do I know. You're not gonna hear the rest of that because that doesn't have all the treatment on it, so. Then we come back into the verse.
As one does.
As one does. Let's compare verses, shall we? So if we see here, we have this going here. We have that little counterpoint thing. We have the chords going here. We have these chords again with that other sound. Oh, what do we have here? We added this organ that was in the intro. Let's hear it. Subtle. I mean, is it subtle? I hear it, bro. And then we still had this industrial design organ. We still had this bass. However, see here, as I had that little gap here. I have the bass in all its glory. I have it there. So we just did the same thing, but pretty much. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, let's go to the hashtag drums. Here they are. Same dealio we got going here. Here's what I did to spice it up a little bit. There's essentially the little break, break moment that comes. Wait, actually, where's she at? It's here. Okay, here it is with the break in it. You will see what I'm talking about. However, you will not actually see what I'm talking about because it is all bounced. Laughing hard at my favorite show with all my friends. Keeping secrets and telling lies. Now do you get what I'm saying? It was just a little break. I just put a little break in there that was different from the first word, the first verse. Like, it's just for a little diversity. You know, just a little bit, bro. It's like not really that crazy. It's not really that crazy. Also, the other thing, okay, this is getting into lyrics, but whatever, is changing the rhythm. So it's like, just one more kiss goodbye, right? Where the other ones were like, all my friends, where'd they go, right? But then it's like I do less words and like you have to be there.
Now back to what I was saying. This could be us, such a pain.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I did there. Everything else is the same, bro. Literally look at it. Everything else is the same. Well, basically what this video is trying to tell you, bro, is that it's okay, it's not easy, but it's simple. There's a difference, right? Easy means it doesn't take like work and time. It takes work and time. However, it is simple because it's not complicated, bro. Okay, then guess what? Second chorus. There are only two choruses. So as you can see, what I did there was basically have like the first half of the chorus be like kind of like the quiet part, and then it's like the drop. You know what I mean? Like there's no drum. Wait, were there drums? There weren't any drums, right? So let's like just really look at it, because sometimes I feel like you hear this and it's like in theory it's like I get it, but then you kind of need it like to look at it as like a different thing. Okay, so we still have the bells, we still have the dream synth, we still have the layer of the dream synth, organ, bass. Look what we did here. Okay. There's more interesting stuff happening, as you can tell. Okay, anyways, harp. So I only put I took out one of the ones that were here. So this one that was in the first chorus, I took out. There's not much science there. I was just like, okay, I want it to be less, right? There's no drums, that's really the big one. There's really just no drums, and there's like one less thing. That is, and also in the vocals, yeah, I don't exactly know what I did, but basically there's less like vocal harmony and doubles and all that sort of stuff going on. And then we have the big last chorus that comes in. I added new instrument. Bro, this is like actually messed up what I'm doing here, bro, because it's literally, not only is it Logic stock whatever, but it's like a MIDI trumpet. Like that's messed up, bro. But I did it, and who cares?
It's not that deep, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain to you. Like, people are like, oh my god, MIDI. Bro, okay, here's the way I think about it. Okay, if I was making like a jazz piece, like of course I would get people to record it live, because who is gonna do that? But if I'm using it in this context where it's like sort of just like a texture, it doesn't really matter. This could be like it could be a synth, like it could be like just whatever sound. But if it sounds like a trumpet, it sounds like a trumpet, like whatever. It's like it's just doing what its purpose is what matters more rather than like, oh, it's a trumpet, oh, it doesn't sound like a trumpet.
So that's what I did, bro. Trumpet and French horn solo. It's actually kind of beautiful. Hearing everything separately makes me realize there's like a lot of really pretty stuff in here that's like, I don't really hear it as itself, but like that really is pretty to me. So yeah, I added that because I love trumpet. Yeah, but I guess like any brass like really is a vibe. But yeah, so I kind of like some of them, basically at first I think I just doubled it, but then I was like, no, that's kind of stupid. So I was like, okay, let's like harmonize it a little bit. But obviously you can see like some of the notes are being copied, but some of them are harmonizing and they're like playing, you can literally see like different notes, but some of them are like the same rhythm. So yeah, that was kind of the vibe there. I think this is strings. This is from Atmosphere, I think, yes. Really chill, beautiful. Can you even, bro, be for real, can we hear this? Let's see. You actually can hear it, which I'm actually surprised about. I really didn't think I could hear any of this stuff. Those three things, like I feel like really give it that. Yeah, it gives it that like extra like orchestra. OMG. Okay, now we're going on to the next part. I just saw this and I was like, ah, guys. Okay. Anyways, that's basically the chorus. The last chorus. That was basically the last chorus.
And now we transition into the best part of the song.
Just kidding. I don't know. Let me know. I'm not really a bridge girly. I'll be for real. I don't really do that whole bridge thing. Is it because I'm lazy? Maybe. Okay, here's my mentality, bro. If I don't have anything else to say, then I'm not gonna say it, bro. Oh, like the song needs a bridge, but I don't have lyrics for it. Okay, then I won't. Like this last part could have had different lyrics, but I was like, you know what, low-key, bring back that first verse and like say it and then give it a different context so that way it's like, wait, is this like sad or something? Like, you know? Okay, so basically I took this Okay, I took this Foley I took this Foley thing that I found on Splice. Okay, so if you don't know, Splice is basically, this is actually really good. Even if you're not a musician, like if you make like any videos, like it's really good. Actually, I don't know, I don't pay for it. My friend has it, so I just use that one. But you basically, it's like a subscription and you can get like basically a bunch of free sounds. This is basically Crowd Teens Large Talk Loudly Party Club. Where do I begin? Okay, basically this has to do okay, because I'm a singer, right, and I write the lyrics, sing it, whatever, it all comes back to that. Like, this isn't just from, like, a producer point of view, it's from, like, a singer and a producer point of view, right? So it's, like, both, like, they lean into each other, right? So what I'm saying is that this idea came from what the lyrics and the lyrics basically was. So the lyrics, the first verse was basically for my assignment, right? And that was genuinely just like random. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, here's like, there was no idea there. I think I thought of fun and that was like the rhyme scheme I went with, and that was the thought process. But then when I worked on it, I was like, low-key, I rock with what I'm saying here. Like, why does it kind of make sense to me? Okay, guys, my nail got stuck in my hair. Guys, the vibe that I feel like low-key this gives is like end of the world vibes. Okay, I don't know how to explain. Okay, no, actually I think it does make sense. It gives like you're looking back. It's like the world's ending and you're looking back and you're like, dang, I should have had my fun, right? Okay, when you say it like that, it ruins it. I'm not gonna explain it. You know what? I can't explain it. It's in the lyrics. It's in the song. You can listen to it right there.
But basically, that was the vibe I was going for. So I thought of like this idea of like having like people, like kids, or I don't know if I thought it was like kids, but there's like people talking, or like, yeah, like at a party. I guess I was thinking like kids, like it's like you're on a playground or something like that, or like something like that kind of vibe. Like it's like a flashback. It's like nostalgic. That's what it is. The song's like nostalgic. So I was like, okay, bet. So I'm gonna put that, and then that was like, it's like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? I
gave you a whole life story just to explain why I put the Foley. I don't know how to say it. Foley. It's so quiet, bro. It's so quiet you almost don't hear it. Let's go hear it in the other file, because we're not gonna get the full experience. Here is basically from when that comes in. It like slowly comes in and it's like automated, which means that you're basically like changing the volume as it progresses rather than having like a static volume. Let's just hear from the chorus into the outro, shall we?
On the run, reaching for the number one. Shooting stars in the burning sun. Now we're done. Should have had my fun.
I cooked, talking about I cooked.
Okay, but I did cook. Go ahead and hop back into the other one. Okay, so basically, now that you've heard it and understand what the heck I'm saying, the outro is basically motivated by vibe. So let's compare. I really like just comparing, like what did I do the same? What did I do different, right? So we have this little break part. We have good old industrial design organ, whatever that means. We got rid of bass for a second. We have this ambient thing here. Got rid of the harp, but we kept this harp going. Interesting, isn't it? And that kind of contributed to that little kind of drop again. I don't know if drop's the right word, but that little like break and then comes back into a new thing, you know? So that was kind of like the theme I'm looking at. That's kind of the theme. See all the drums like stop here. I never played this. I literally never played this so you could hear it. Yeah, so that's what we did there. I just kind of had this kind of continuation of the chorus, but it's different. It's like lowering the intensity and then it like breaks and then goes into like the intro, outro, if you know what I'm saying. And so here, then we have this kind of section that is like the beginning of the outro, like without the vocals essentially, right? It's like... And we have this harp, we bring in the harp. However, here, I muted it by using EQ. Oh, let's hear it. So that's just EQ. EQ is basically this thing. For anyone who doesn't know, I think it's equalizer. I don't even know. It's like every sound has there's frequencies, right? So let's look at it. I'm cutting out the high frequencies and that's what makes it sound muted. If I cut the low frequencies out so you're not hearing the low, then it sounds very like high and like spacey and tinny. So that's the basic concept of it. That is what it is. And this, you use it for everything, basically. I mean, you can use it for like vibe, like that's what I use it for here. It's like for the vibe, but you also use it in mixing, which is like to make everything sound good together. So like you don't want every instrument taking up the entire frequency range. It's not going to do that, but like each instrument has a purpose, right? So like if one instrument you're using as bass, you can just cut all the highs out because you know you don't want that out of that instrument. Another instrument's going to do that. So this ending part was in that first songwriting assignment, basically very similar to how it is now, right? But I added like a little bit different things here and there. So the vocals are literally the same recording as the first verse, but I just did some silly things to it. So let's get into a little bit of the silly things because that's basically it for the music. That literally is it. There's not much else there. Let's get into the silly stuff. So we have 2 tracks here that are doing this ending vocal part, as you can tell. Right, so this is a preset, guys. So all these things were here, okay, on the left. These are all plugins. I did not pick all, I think some of these I might have like adjusted, but I did not pick any of these, okay? Logic literally had a stock plug. This sounds like an ad, bro. These all have like, they all do different things, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Actually, should I get into it? I'm not gonna get into it, okay? But this is like a preset, so basically just click it and then it just puts all these stuff on it and makes it sound like that. I think I adjusted like maybe the EQ a little bit. I don't really know what I did. I wanted to have this telephone effect, okay? I love a good telephone vibe. It's like a memory or it's like on the phone, like you're hearing, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't even have to make sense. I just wanted it to have that nostalgic vibe. That's kind of what that was, right? And then I brought in this little delay.
Shooting stars in the burning sun. Now we're done. Should have had my fun.
Which was really beautiful. That was also in the original. I changed it a little bit, obviously. I feel like it's kind of surprising, I think. Maybe not like surprise, like you just don't expect that, right? It like comes in, you're like, oh my God. And so that one is, again, that was also a thing, a preset. Why fix something that's not broken, bro? If it sounds good, that's the thing. I remember going back and being like, okay, I'll just like do it from scratch, but why? It's literally right there. I'm saying this as if anyone's watching. It'll be in the vault, bro. People will come back and be like, guys, her #1 top hit, she just broke it down. What if like you hear this and you're just like, oh, I hate this song, bro. After hearing it, I liked it before, but after hearing this, bro, if I'm being for real, that's the vibe. That literally is the vibe. Why speak when there is nothing to be said? I'm getting tired, basically, if you can't tell. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. That's all I have to say about the song as for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was interesting or cool, or maybe you learned something that you didn't know, or just like had a good time vibing. I know it was kind of a little bit chaotic. I don't know, I haven't edited it yet, but I'm assuming it's gonna be a very chaotic video. If you have any questions at all, like about just how to make music in general, like if it's interesting, bro, ask me, okay? Again, like I'm not like a pro at this or anything, but I mean, I have been doing it for a while, so I do know a decent amount of things, but I'm
Still learning.
so if you have tips, actually, bro, if you have tips, I don't know who's gonna see this video. I'm just gonna assume like anybody and anyone can see this video. So if you have tips, bro, please let me know. Like actually, like what? I don't know. I mean, depending on like if people like this video or whatever, I might make other ones like for my other songs. But honestly, like they're so far back, I don't even know if I'd be able to know what I did. But at least like I could break it down. Yeah, I just love to yap for real. Like I just love to talk about my music. So, and music in general, honestly. So
If you like listening to me yap,
then let me know and I'll yap some more. Okay, that's it. That's literally it.
love you, yeah.
Bye guys, time.